Welcome, it's Answer Cooking on. Today we're going to be making cornbread with honey, and it is amazing.
Now, as Son pointed out, this is going to have honey and butter as a topper, but we're using this Jiffy mix because not only are these easy to work with, they're really cost effective and they're pretty tasty. In all the different versions we've ever tried for their baking goods, they're actually really, really good. Here's the nutrition information for you if you'd like to see it along with the ingredients. Here's a little history on Jiffy, but everything comes pre-packaged and pre-portioned on the dry ingredient side. You can double, triple, quadruple if you need to. Just buy extra boxes. You just add the wet ingredients and all of a sudden you're baking. So let's get into this and be sure to stick around to the end because there's a few Easter eggs in here that are hidden that I'm not going to take out of the editing. So let us know in the comments if you catch any of them. Now, after adding 1 egg and 1/3 cup of milk, I always like to grease my pan now to let that moisture set with the dry ingredients for a minute. And I grease with a stick of butter, but then you start mixing. Now, I use a fork, and this becomes hugely important in a second because this gets it incorporated, but then at the end, when you just got those little bit that you want to break up, the fork is so much better at breaking up those little pockets of cornmeal. So at this point, it's time to fire up the oven to 400 degrees. And in that fully greased pan, we're going to go ahead and fast forward this. Pour it in. Now you could bake this in a square. You could use glass. You could use pie tins if you wanted. You could use anything you'd like to bake with. We just prefer the round because you'll see at the end how we like to slice it, so it just works out better for us. So after pouring it all in, I like to give it a good shake, clear off my spatula. By the way, in the comments below, let us know what you call that device. It's not a spatula, it's got a spoon shape, so I call it a spatula. Shake it so it's even, and when you're preheated, go ahead and throw it in the oven. Now, this is my tip to you. I like to use the top rack. The top rack will ensure that the bottom will not cook too fast, and you'll also get decent browning on the top. Now, it gives a recommended time on the side of the box. However, I'd like to point out all ovens are different, all temperatures are different, so just keep an eye on it and use that as a baseline. We looked at the initial preferred time, and it was still a little blonde on top for us. I like it a little bit browner, so we went ahead and let it stay in for a few more minutes, just keeping an eye on it, and when it's ready to pull out, we set it out to cool. After cooling, it's time for the Cornbread Olympics.
This pan is so slippery.
I'm going to laugh if it turns out like not cooked. Oh. I was boring.
I kind of know what I'm doing here, guy. All right, now I need to...
Yeah, if you think you heard what you just heard, you did. And if you didn't, rewind it and turn your volume up. Now, back to normal scheduled programming. Since it's flipped, it's cooled, it's ready to cut, we like to cut this into pie pieces. It just sort of makes it feel more homey to us. It also allows us to serve it better on the plate and gives equal distribution of the cornbread. But I like to top mine with a ton of butter and honey. So I'd love to hear how you like to top yours or any mix-ins you love to put in your cornbread because it's a great way to add cheese, jalapenos, and other mix-ins. But I use butter, and I actually got this honey, which is absolutely delicious, from a member of our community. So shout out to Matt is Alive for sending that to us. We use this anytime we can where there's a honey situation called for. Now the only thing left to do is give it a taste test and see how we did. And this, just like all our other Jiffy mixes, turned out perfect. So if you're looking for cornbread and you're looking for an easy way to make it at home, as semi-homemade as you can, this is a great way. If you enjoyed this video, YouTube thinks you'll like this one, but join the community and keep up with all our cooking and eating adventures. All our best.